Hey everybody, this is Lorelia coming to you with another video. I know it's late on a Saturday night and I thought I would talk about a very controversial topic, and it has to do with business credit. And I want to give you a different perspective and angle about something. And that's why I titled this video, Why You Are Unable to Leverage Business Credit to Invest in Real Estate. And so the reason why is because what I've realized is many people are following the wrong system when it comes to business credit. Oh, well, Lorelia, what do you mean? Well, let me give you an example. Right now, we're in a time and place where pretty much you can go right on, I'm on YouTube. I'm currently streaming on YouTube and Facebook. But let's just take YouTube for an example. And if you go right on YouTube right now and you put in a topic of business credit, you'll probably find 20 to maybe 50 or 100 people who are pretty much saying all the same thing. It's a bunch of rehashed information that's just regurgitated, and it starts with the vendor trade lines, the Dun and Bradstreet, building your business credit report, and I know a lot of people really truly want to believe that that is the system. But I want you to think for a second. If that is the system to being able to build business credit, well, when do you get to the money? If I want to leverage real estate, what do I mean by leverage business credit to invest in real estate? What does that mean? That means to be able to get cash and credit to invest in real estate. But I've been told that I have to create Dun and Bradstreet, get vendor trade line, net 30 accounts. Then I'll elevate to some store cards, and then I will get to the Holy Grail. And let me explain to the reason why I say that it's a formula and a system to never give you results, because it appeals to the person who has bad personal credit. I'm going to call it what it is. For the person who has bad personal credit, you being able to tell them that they can possibly get access to 20, 50, 75, the list goes on and on and on. And when I say 75, I mean, 25,000, 50,000, 75, or so on. Thousand, not $75, 1,000 in business credit. But I have bad credit. I have bad personal credit. But some way or the other, if I follow this system where everybody on YouTube is pretty much regurgitating and spitting the same thing, that makes me feel like there is hope. So now I don't really get to concentrate on what really matters, and that is my personal credit. And that's why I'm saying that that system that many people are subscribing to, that they really truly want to believe that this is what's going to get me the business credit that I can possibly leverage to invest in real estate. Let's just start with, most people don't even know that you could bring those two worlds together. Let's start there. Because if we start there, then we would realize that the story and the system of building business credit is baloney. Because there's not a bank out there. There's not a lending institution out there. When I say bank, if we talking credit cards, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, ain't giving you the business. You created your LLC. You got the vendor trade lines, but you got bad personal credit. And you really think that they're going to give you 25, 50, 75,000, 100,000 in business credit. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the system. When you see people out here, whether you know them personally, maybe you know them from afar, maybe in your real estate circles, maybe even your business credit circles, and there are individuals like my last video, I talked about business credit scams on Clubhouse. Let's just say you're in rooms on that platform or just on the internet, and you're seeing people doing major stuff. They're buying real estate, they're leveraging credit. The missing piece they're not telling you is that their personal credit is right. So when you say, well, Lori, if that system is not the system, then what is the system? Well, the system is, if you want the fastest way to bring the two worlds together, business credit and real estate. And like I said, you may not even know that those two worlds can even come together. But let's just say you do. Your personal credit has to be on point. And like I said, that conversation doesn't appeal to the person who has a zeal and a hope and a want to really get access to money, get access to credit, invest in real estate. Because let me explain to you, there's a such thing as dopamine. And what do I mean by dopamine? Is the addiction to what makes you feel good. So what makes a person with bad credit feel good is that they feel like they're doing something. Because see, with the business credit information that's being regurgitated by 100,000 people on YouTube, it's something that's immediate. I can start a Net 30 account today, tonight. I could go right on the website. I could order a few things. Voila, I've created something. I can go on a Dun & Bradstreet, website tonight, create my business profile. Voila, I'm doing something. So there are individuals who are addicted to the process of, oh, wow, I'm doing something. But what they don't want to deal with is the pink elephant in the room. And the pink elephant is the personal credit. So if you're wondering, well, how do you bring those two worlds together? How do you leverage the business credit and be able to invest in real estate? You have to leverage your personal credit. Now, it doesn't mean that you are going to have, accounts on your personal credit. I did a video on that. That's not what it's talking about. I'm talking about you getting access to money where lenders are comfortable with giving you access to money due to the fact that they see that you are being a good financial steward of your personal credit. That's the fastest way. That's how you get in front of the class of the individuals who are saying, oh, I gotta, get my Uline and Granger and maybe I'll get an Amazon card and a Dale card and eventually they're on that hamster wheel for a while. And in that time, they feel like they're doing something. So they feel like they're like, oh, I'm feeling good. I'm really doing this business credit thing, but still unable to get to where they really want to get to, which is, how do I get to the money? How do I be able to get 25, get 50, get $75,000 in either credit cards, lines of credit, loans, whatever suits you, to be able to, hey, how you doing, Daryl? Thanks for joining me. To be able to cover any marketing costs in real estate. Maybe you want to cover some of the hard and soft cost in your fix and flips. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe you just want to be able to just have money aside for when you are doing something on real estate, your just in case money. Maybe you in the middle of a rehab, and if you, happen to just get tight, at a certain place, you want to know that money is there. But you're not going to be able to do it by following a system that'll never get you there. And by all means, I know everyone and their mother is saying the same thing about business credit. But if it works, then why haven't you? If you are that person who was watching this video, who said, I've tried all those things, but I still not getting to the money. If it worked, then why aren't you getting to the money? Why aren't you getting to the money? The reason why you're not getting to the money, because that's not the game. What I'm talking about is nothing that has been created by me. This system of merging to the two, business credit and real estate has been, been around before I was born. But the thing is that in certain communities with people who look like me, they're not used to this conversation. Because when you really look at debt, and this is not a conversation, I really don't want to talk about good debt, bad debt. By all means, you have to know what's best for you. But when you really look at leveraging debt, which is credit, because as you use that credit, it turns into debt. But what is very creative in the realm of real estate, when you take the debt, when you take real estate, and you take you take my credit, it can now be looked at as phantom income. What is phantom income? Phantom income is the appreciation of an investment. So you take real estate. I don't want to get too deep into this topic because I understand most people don't understand. I was going to do a separate video on phantom income. But when you take real estate, and whenever real estate appreciates, the income of the appreciation becomes phantom income. Now, Lorelia, well, what does that have to do with debt? Well, for some investors, they may pull that debt out, and instead of paying, bills or what have you, they go and invest it in another property. Now, once again, you're creating debt for yourself. But this is where it gets very creative in real estate. There are tax write-offs. There's a such thing as amortization, depreciation, depending on what type of real estate asset it is. But remember, you've recognized the appreciation from one asset. You may want to combine it with the debt that you're using with business credit. Now you get the best of both worlds, where you have the phantom income, you're leveraging debt, you're taking part in real estate. It's the perfect trifecta. It's the perfect trifecta. So that, my friends, is why the system of Dun and Bradstreet, vendor trade lines, does it have it has its place? It has its place, but not for the person. If you are a real business owner who's trying to get to the money, if you really trying to get to the cash and credit, if you're on YouTube and you look at my channel, my latest testimonial, gentleman got pre-approved 45 to 90,000. That, my friend, has nothing to do with Dun and Bradstreet. Has nothing to do with vendor trade lines or whatever it is that people are, like I said, regurgitating out on the internet. It is a combination of getting access to credit cards, lines of credit, and loans. That, my friend, is how you get to it. And this is what I will say. I will end it like this. If that system of Dun and Bradstreet, the trade lines, building a business credit report, if all that works, then why don't more people have access to the money? Why? because the system doesn't work. So that, my friend, is all I have for tonight. If you want to learn more about and have a further conversation of how to really go into 2021, being able to have these type of conversations, really put yourself in position to never lose out on another deal. Never lose out on any type of real estate acquisition or deal that you're looking at, and you want to know how to bring these two worlds together. I suggest you go to www.helpmegetbizcredit.com. I'm going to be having a workshop January 23rd on Saturday. And we're going to be talking about these topics. And I'm going to show you the system where you can walk away with a process on how to get the money. And you could take that process and go work with lenders that you feel comfortable with. Or if for some reason you like what I shared, you see it's of value, you know that you can see yourself being able to put yourself in position credit-wise, business credit-wise, then you and I can talk about how you can work with the lenders that I work with. But both ways, you can't go wrong, because you're going to get the system that you're going to walk away with. So whether you want to go and do it yourself and work with whoever you want to work with, or if for some reason you want to work with me, if you want to learn more about that event, January 23rd, 2021, never lose another deal. We're not losing no more deals in 2021. But this is only for those who are going to go against the grain. So this event is not going to be about the stuff that I previously talked about. So you don't have to worry about, oh, well, I wonder if, she's going to share with me the stuff that I can get free on YouTube. Nah, you can't. No, I say that I'm a contrarian when it comes to credit, because a lot of the information that I know, the process that I'm able to take my clients to, it's not widely available on the internet. Everyone is not talking about it. And so I'm going to say this, be very leery of individuals who say that you can get a large amount of money and you don't have to use your EIN, your social security number, what have you. Like I said, if all that does work, then why don't you have the money? You see what I'm saying? So most people, when they come to me, they want to convince me that works. And I always say there's no convincing. If you feel like that works, then by all means, you go ahead and do it. So like I said, go to www.helpmegetbizcredit.com, and I will see you on January 23rd, 2021. Bye-bye.